Hello world, my name is Mohit Deshpande, and welcome to my Advanced Android App Development course brought to you by Zenva. And the objective of this course is to design and develop a real-world Android app from end to end. We're going to be starting from just a concept, an idea, and from that idea we're going to implement material design and build a beautiful app, and then we're going to go ahead and realize that design, and by the end of this entire course we will have gone from idea, from just a concept, to a full-blown production, materially designed, beautiful app. So what is this idea I keep talking about? Well, we call it Blueprint. And Blueprint is for all the project managers out there, anyone who's ever been on a team ever. You know that if you've ever been on a team, you have to manage not only your tasks, but also the tasks of your teammates. And keeping all these pieces of paper here and there can be really hectic. So we thought, hey, why don't we make an app for that? And here are just some of the screens for Blueprint. You can see that all these screens are stuff that we're going to be designing from scratch, from a blank canvas. We are going to be designing these screens, and we're going to take concepts from Google's material design, and we're going to be implementing their design patterns onto our idea and building these beautiful UI mockups, and then we'll go forth and realize our design. Now there are some prerequisites because this is an advanced Android course, as I mentioned before. So we do assume that you know Java and that you have some basic understanding of Android as well. And we also assume that you have some very basic material design stuff. But don't worry, we're going to be delving into material design in the first phase of this advanced course. And of course, we assume that you have Android Studio up and running. So just a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. There are two main phases. There's the design phase and the develop phase. And in the design phase is where we're going to be very heavily looking into material design. We're going to have the Google material design spec up, and we're going to have it back to back against our UI layout so we can compare and contrast what we're doing with what the design spec says. And we're going to take our idea of Blueprint, and we're going to build a beautiful UI for Blueprint. And then on the flip side of that is the develop phase. After we have our beautiful UI, how do we implement it? And that's what the develop phase is going to deal with. We are going to take our design and I'm going to show you how we can translate that design over onto XML layouts and how we can actually realize that design and put it on your phone. And there's going to be a lot of technologies that we'll be using. We'll be using things like content providers. We'll be using the super awesome design support library that's just made it really easy to be able to translate material design sketches and wireframes onto material design on your Android phone. So who is this guy talking to you? Well, my name is Mohit Deshpande. Like I've said before, I'm a professional software developer. I have just over 7 years of experience in mobile apps. I've also authored a ton of other courses on app development. I've authored a few on iOS development, some on Swift, and some previous ones on Android. And actually, I've authored a beginner's Android course that you can take a look at if you're not too familiar with Android. I'll teach everything that you learned in the beginner Android course. We're going to directly apply it again in the advanced Android course. And of course, this course is brought to you by Zenva. You can find them at zenva.com. There's their Twitter and Facebook. They also run a really awesome Game Dev Academy website. So definitely go to gamedevacademy.org and check that out. And without further ado, let's get started.